Good morning. Continuing writing my paper, the words of Mary. I jumped to the section. They have no wine. So January 19th, 2025. Okay, here's what I wrote this morning. In the gospel reading this weekend, the wedding at Cana, Jesus performs his first public miracle. My son and I attended Saturday evening Mass, and Father George, in his homily, noticed in the word allusions that this wedding was a celebration of Mary's family. Perhaps the children of her brothers or sister or cousins, because Mary had insider knowledge of the needs of the bride and groom. And also that the house had 6 ceremonial stone water jars. These signified the head of the household was serving as high priest. Mary appears to be of the tribe of Levi, like her cousin Elizabeth, who was from the daughters of Aaron. Mary then felt bound, responsible in some small way for the feast. We all have responsibilities to our family. This also says quite a bit about Jesus, drawing together the kingly line of David, Jesse's stem, and the priestly line of Aaron, that he experienced in very specific ways family, similarly to how we experience family. My wife, not feeling well, watched Mass online. When we returned, she shared her insight discerning the wedding story as characteristic of the mother-son relationship. Mary tells Jesus they have no wine, and he responds with succinct honesty, "Woman, how does your concern affect me? My hour is not yet come." But she knows her son. She knows Jesus is obedient to his mother. Her faith is unshaken, and she knows, in a way, mothers know their sons. He will do this. He begins his public ministry. Family is essential to what God teaches. He is, after all, loving relationship from the beginning. Father, holy loving Son, and the Spirit, that love, resonating throughout the material universe in countless instances of closeness, both minuscule and enormous. On occasions where our faith and hope evoke love for one another, the Spirit is alive in us, and we elevate another, as well as ourselves. Looking into each other's eyes, seeing our faces reflected in another's pupils, we fulfill one another's needs. Gazing downward at soil, microbes, fungi, and insects, each created and sustained by God, form a soil community. A harmony echoes as they satisfy one another's necessities. In the night sky we behold the ancient music of the spheres, the moon and the stars, the work of the Lord's fingers, reverberating relationships in their own way, holding together the shape of galaxies that have been slowly mutating since the Big Bang. Also, each of us, if we delve into our memories, can unearth so very many unreasonably meaningful moments of needs fulfillment, of transformational relationships that mold us into what we have become at this moment. I was an altar server when I was young. All priests are educators, and not only in their homilies. One holiday season, Father Germain, knowing my family's poverty, sent me home with 2 bottles of wine to give to my parents. This is unthinkable today, but he understood me well, that having no concupiscence, as we Catholics use the term, the general magnetism of sinful acts, at this age, I could never imagine drinking the wine myself. So I brought the wine home. My parents threw a holiday party. There is a message to this beyond the fact that the poor need more than simple food and water. My family needed love and joy, and hope that could not be satisfied by welfare that began and ended at the base of Maslow's pyramid, physiological needs. Certainly, I had days in my childhood where I went hungry, and I remember some challenging meals of plain spaghetti with a little bit of ketchup, cooked in the lard provided by government welfare programs. But God dwells with us, the poor and the rich, and wants us to share his gifts with others in joy, The mother says they have no wine, and Jesus acts. This poor rural priest realized the joy of God better than most. He grasped Jesus' first miracle. As a result, he understood education. A prim teacher might deliver more noodles and lard in the sensible likelihood that this home needs the basics most. The basics are indeed vital, but following this hierarchical logic of basics has also led our society, my profession, to reduce teaching in the poorest districts to basic mathematics and reading remediation. We eliminate from the curricular canon any field of study that is not basic and reduce student time for rumination and creative diversion to increase efficiency. Contemplation and play are inefficient, and our schools teach, inaudibly, that they are for the privileged. We pile the metaphoric spaghetti, lard, and ketchup high on children's plates, and they devour it as a crow might devour carrion, filling their bellies with basics. They learn this is all there is. Eventually they grow into hopeless adults, saying to themselves, "This is all there is?" One can survive on spaghetti, lard, and ketchup, but one cannot truly live on that alone. By this, I mean the fundamentals are necessary, but not enough to live fully. We must have the proverbial wine, that which brings more joy than basic needs ever could. Mary knew this when she said, "They have no wine." We need the wine of friendship, love, delight, songs, storytelling, and laughter. Hopefully you enjoyed today's writing, the words of Mary. Have a blessed day.